God. I hear that over and over, which is not true. I just don't believe in bring money and let me bless you. Okay. So I'm a Christian. I believe in God. Okay. But I also believe that when you want to buy a car, you should try.
Moving on, songstress Noella Wiala, known on stage as Wiala, has recounted how she was severely discriminated against in society because of her masculine body and her dark-skinned nature. She said as a teenager growing up, she had challenges from both young and old who made fun of her because she looks masculine. According to her, she almost heeded to societal pressure to bleach her skin, but refused, knowing one day she will get a man who will love her for who she is. Now, Ghana's emotional fixer, Councillor Lutrot, has positioned that the respect he has for professional sex workers is unprecedented, taking into consideration the boldness that comes with their work. He says prostitutes are fearless and will go to every extent to satisfy their clients. He added that he really respects prostitutes because as a man, you might be afraid of going somewhere as you drive through the dark. But then you will see this young lady pull up on the road where you as a man is afraid to drive. He added that when you take these prostitutes too, they don't have guns in their bags, but rather condoms, lip gloss and other things they need to look good after their work. Not long ago, one corner hit makeup Etepa revealed that his all-time crush will until the expose on her by Yvonne Nelson. To him, Bellamundi was his crush until Yvonne Nelson spoiled his mood after her expose. Well, fast forward, the one-time hit maker who has suffered a record-breaking trolling on social media made it known that he is much capable of dating his crush Bellamundi regardless of his looks. And he is saying that if Lil Wayne is married, then he can also date Bellamundi because he's more good-looking than Lil Wayne. Well, the beginning of this week was a happy one, but unfortunately, it didn't end too well for us as Ghanaians woke up to the news in the early hours of Friday about the death of the young artist Ebony Rains. Social media have since gone agog with industry players and colleagues of the late songstress paying tribute to her. The Mameshe crooner died in a motor accident at Nyambetre near Abesawa in the Brongahafu region Thursday night. The Jeep with registration number AS49715, in which Ebony was traveling, rammed into a VIP bus. There were two other passengers, including a uniformed military officer on board the Jeep. The driver is, however, said to be receiving treatment at the Bichim Government Hospital. Well, UK-based Ghanaian gospel musician Sonny Bedu has said despite the demise of the budding songstress Ebony Rains, the latter still deserves to win the Female Artist of the Year in the upcoming VGMA. The father and biggest fan of Ebony Rains, Nana Poku Kwalten, as expected of a loved one, has expressed great disappointment at the loss of his daughter after reports of her sudden death filled the media space Friday morning.
Okay, you know, Ghanaians, so to speak, some are so hypocritical, you know. They like this girl, but they would hide somewhere and say bad things about the queen. But trust me, she was a religion. So all that they were saying and all blah, 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 well, they didn't push her one bit. I had encouraged her. That's what I always do. Like I said earlier, I could even choose for her what to wear. Yes. Her brand, like you all know, was very different from what we've been seeing. Uniquely, my girl was special. And I will forever miss this girl.
Yes,
Indeed, she was one of the most loved musicians in the industry. May her soul rest in perfect peace. It's been with me on Showbiz Extra, Mona Lisa Frimpong, and on The Show Goes with your beautiful Anita.
Flow King. Hey. Stone. Hey. Valentine, baby. This is studio record or don't you mama drop it. Quick. Me ti kun, me check me WhatsApp message. That when the money. Hey, me say Ghana for no. Yeah, the anu be kun am over trust it. To me the man yeah ni na me give me could die. I'm a prayer me correct. When I woke up in the next morning. Oh. Me say me ko check the across social media everybody morning. Oh my God, it be true. Oh. Don't know who I was saying, Lord, what a sad story. Oh, that be when I tweet R.I.P. Everybody, me cry the first time I met you. That was the last time I met you. You gave me high, you see a better track, but now it's never gonna come true. Safia, Obiema wa plus, ti went to me and chances I was. Oh my God, Ghana we lost. My condolence to the family involved. Last week, Yana me Ghana tinka. Southeast of the year, number 5. Again, SS for me, Serena, me so famous, yo. Mami show, mami show, mami show. Shed dia braboni, dia baby. Mami show, mami show, mami show, mami show. Shed dia braboni, dia baby. What kind me Susie? Hello, see you Thursday, sir. Come here, Uswan, San Terrible Chaka. Castro, who the wafa. Oh. Eti a bray, oh, wanna be fine now. Oh, me and my papa Fox FM manager. Accident to Raho, Mama, you're crying yet, yeah. Say your baby is already a yesterday. Yes, Babushani, yo, to Mama and Jet. Mama show. Shed dia braboni, dia baby. Mami show. Shed dia braboni, dia baby. Anita.
You're still tuning into Love 99.5. It's Showbiz Extra. My name is Anita, and we are paying our respect to Ebony Reigns, Priscilla Opoku Kwarteng. If you just joined us, we gave you a rundown of what happened over the week. Interesting stuff happened. Actually, we're so psyched about this week, but unfortunately, we have to take it down. If you're on Facebook, you can watch us live. Hi, Facebook guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. My fun friends are here. We have the Taddy Boy. We have Amanziba. We have Portia. We have Hakeem. Well, say hello, guys. Say hello.
Hi. You're all sad. So
how are you doing? I know. The hello wouldn't be too much, but how did you hear the news? I heard it in the morning. I thought it was weird that Joy FM was playing Ebony in the morning, so I kind of drifted off because they were playing Asida. Yeah. Very early in the morning, they were playing Asida. I was like, why are they playing Ebony so early? And then I heard again. The first person I called was Ruben, because I know how Ruben, is close to Ebony. But Ruben was too shocked to pick until I came and I heard all the news. Very hard. Ebony didn't shit. Amanziba, how did you hear the news?
Apparently, I was then asleep around. I think it was around 5:15 thereabout. That I wake up, I was cooking for my boys to dress up to school. Then a friend called me around 5:45, 5:30, 35 thereabout. And he was asking, have I heard the news? And I said, you see, you guys are at it again. Asking what is it all about? Then he said, haven't you heard it? I said, no, what is it? He said, Ebony is gone. I said, you don't mean it. We're gonna for it. That's how you are. Because she's rising now, look at what you are bringing up. I thought it was a plan. So quickly, I picked my phone. When I checked it, I had goosebumps all over my body.
How did you hear the news?
Mine, I think it was around 5 a.m. I was still sleeping, and I had bangs at my door. A co-tenant was banging at my door. He knows I work with Love FM, and so certainly I'll get a first-hand info. So it was knocking, so strange, mentioning my name, James, Parkwisi or Infantine, Parkwisi, what's up, Parkwisi?
So I heard in the dream, in my sleep, that somebody was calling. Then I had to walk to my door, open the door, and ask him, "Child, why this early? What's going on?" He said, "Child, what's the Ebonewo?" Ebonewo, then masa. So first thing I did was to go to my phone, pick the phone, checked, and I'd gotten a lot of messages, images of that gory incident.
We'll get to.
I called Ruben myself like he did. I called him several times. He won't pick up. I didn't believe it.
We'll get to it. Portia, how did you hear the news?
Yeah, I was sleeping and I woke up. I think it was almost 7, and then usually the first thing, I don't usually go to my phone when I wake up. That's not the first thing I do because there could be, I just don't. But this time I did. I just reached out, took my phone, and then opened Instagram, and that was literally the first post that I'd seen that someone I follow had posted, and that was a friend who's friends with Feli Nuna. Yeah. And she had posted it, and then this long. So when I saw the photo and I saw the tribute, I didn't know. I was about to just I was just scrolling through. So I didn't think it was till I saw Ebony Rains. Then I just kept looking at the photo, and I went onto Google to check what was happening, and then I just saw. I was just staring at my phone. It was
you can't believe it.
I was in shock.
I think it hits you
I
the moment
googled
you
Ebony hoax. I googled hoax, hoping that it was a hoax, but then
okay.
it wasn't. It was just. I was just staring. It was
very heartbreaking. How did you hear the news? And I'll be talking to you more because over the years you've not been a fan.
Yeah, I am not a fan of Ebony. I must say, and I'm sure our listeners know this. But of course, this has to do with death. I never had issue with Ebony as in personal issue, but of course, I always had an issue with the way she carries herself. That is basically the issue I have with her. So on a personal level, I don't have an issue. As usual, I've been the number 1 critic of Ebony. Yeah. So you would just imagine when the issue happened, I had people, my phone was inundated with calls. Really, my phone, people were blasting my phone practically. Hey, you are the number 1 fan of Ebony. What did you have? I said, what is happening? To be honest, that was somewhere around 5.
And you heard early?
Yeah, somewhere around 5 because I woke up quite early to pray. And then he was like, Ebony is dead. I mean, haven't you heard? I'm like, no, you've got to be kidding me. So immediately I just logged on to some of the WhatsApp groups, and we are in these WhatsApp groups, and then that was when I started having pictures and people started WhatsApping me. It was unbelievable, to be honest. For still, I couldn't believe it. Really, I was thinking probably this could be one of those pranks, like Amanziba was saying. But then ultimately, it turned out to be very true. It turned out
because according to reports from the Ghana police, Ebony plus 2 others who were with her in the Jeep lost their lives on Thursday, and I think the names have been coming up. Frankie Curry, that is her PA. Her bodyguard, who is actually set to face 40 days court martial because he asked for a sick leave. And unfortunately, I don't know how that happens. If you ask for a sick leave and you're in the army, you're not supposed to have any side jobs.
I think you're not supposed to have a side job while wearing your army your uniform.
Your uniform.
So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, you were sick, so that was why you were given the leave. So I mean, being a bodyguard obviously means you're on
the job.
You're on the job.
On the job.
And I get the information that he wasn't officially assigned to Ebony.
Yes.
Officially, he wasn't assigned to Ebony. So I think it's one of those things with the military.
I think we're going to have fallouts of that particular story because I think it's in the process.
Absolutely.
They're going to seize his body if it's due for 40 days.
40 days.
As court martial. Well, we'll be hearing more about that. Fortunately for the driver, that is Chate Okopinahead, who is 29. Well, he survived the accident and he's receiving treatment at Bichim Hospital. And I think it's sad. Yesterday on Ghana Connect, we dealt extensively with our roads. Our roads and the accident that's been happening at that particular section of the Sunyani Road. I don't think we're going to be going over that because we have dealt with that extensively, and we've gotten lots of promises that that stretch would be fixed. But so we're pleading that they hold on to their promise this time, and something is done about that. We don't want any more accidents on that road.
ANITA, interestingly, I worked in Sunyani for like a year and a half, and that stretch of the road, it's practically a death threat, and sometimes.
Maybe forget about that road. You just on these our highways, our main highways. You know, sometimes you go and see the potholes. I don't want to call them potholes. You know, they look like manholes instead of a pothole. Really, I mean, you just want to think: are the authorities in this country? Do we always wait for somebody to die?
Yeah.
Before we I mean, we are not proactive as a country. I don't know what is wrong with people in this country.
It's sad
people
when I hear
country.
it's been happening. The DCE has said he's reported several times, you know, for that stretch of road to be fixed. That sand that's meant to maintain the road to be
ANITA,
moved. But nothing has happened. It's unfortunate. It has to be Ebony. But
ANITA,
it's fortunate
somebody must be held responsible.
Somebody must be held responsible.
Somebody must be held responsible. I mean, we can't always be giving excuses. Oh, it will be done. It will be fixed. It will be done. It will be fixed. Somebody dies before action is taken.
And there's so many. It happens so many times on our roads.
Of course.
You see this, and you're like, somebody has to die before they would see this.
Of course. It's now become like a normal thing, you know, and people will be walking away. And of course, it's going to be like that. Unfortunately, you know, so I agree with the journalist of the year, what's his name, Kwame Sefakayo, when he said somebody must pay for this.
Somebody has to.
You're still tuning into Love 99.5. You're talking about Ebony Rains and fallouts of her unfortunate demise that happened on Thursday night. And we all came to the realization of her passing yesterday. And a lot has happened. Social media goes crazy when these things happen. And it saddens me that health workers, because I know whoever took the pictures, whoever took the videos must have been a worker at the hospital. Now here the bodies were taken to Bechem Hospital. So somebody at the Bechem Hospital took those pictures. I would not really fault those who took the pictures when she was by the roadside, because there could have been a lot of people who are very ignorant. But the moment they get into the mortuary and she's still not protected within the sanctuary of that sacred place, that is sad, because that video came from the mortuary.
Absolutely.
What do you think of that?
That is how irresponsible and infamous some of us can be. We disrespect the dead, and it hurts so much. I sometimes wonder the courage you'll get to stand before this, take pictures, and have the courage again to circulate it. I mean, disseminate it. I wonder the kind of heart these people have. I wonder the kind of purpose for which they do what they do. I think it's about time Ghanaians ourselves become conscious of these things. Imagine if the person is a relative, a close relative.
Did you circulate the pictures
yourself? Would you do that?
Have you? I haven't
myself,
had the courage to
no.
circulate.
And you know what? I've not been able to. I'm being honest with you. I've not been able to have a close look at the pictures. I have not. All those I got, I don't even download. Up till now, apart from the very first one I had, I've not watched any again. Absolutely. Because I don't have the heart to stand it. I still have not even come to terms with the fact that Ebony is no more. So we need to be responsible.
Have you heard?
Have
you heard of all the prophecies that came?
And that is one area I want us to focus on. Today, this very morning, I put a post on Facebook, and I think Ghanaians we've not been able to place premium on these prophecies. We are Christians.
Let's talk about prophecies.
We are Christians.
Amangziba, do you believe in prophecies?
Yes, I do. We're queer.
They're real.
I do a lot. Let me touch a little bit on what James actually just said. You see, with the pictures, you see, we are living in a state or in a country where I presume that we are too much of what we call too known. Mm-hmm. Who broke it first?
Yeah.
That's a canker. I was the one who showed it first, so I'll get a lot of following or a lot of people following it on social media.
That's true.
That is a canker. You see, these things, technology comes to really help in improving a lot of things, but not really to come and destroy like the way we.
Is there something we can do about it?
Yes. You see, when you go to countries, it varies. Some countries have their specifications, what we call it, specifications on some of these things. That there are certain things. As soon as you post it there, you'll be taken off. You understand it? And there are regulations in doing those things, but we are not really looking at those things.
Yeah,
you see, with this issue that we are talking about the roads and stuff, you realize when right in front of Kiriavi and Tigo, in between Kiriavi and Tigo, after the last 2-3 weeks, I nearly also lost my life there.
I heard.
You understand it?
I heard about the accident.
Yeah, I had an accident there.
You lost a friend.
No.
That was not you?
No, it wasn't me.
That was not your car?
No, that wasn't my car.
African Child's friend, okay.
You understand? That particular place, I nearly lost my life and my kids. But people are being paid. People are being paid with fat offices.
Luxurious cars.
Luxurious cars with the taxpayers' money, my money, our money.
We are not responsible.
To think and solve these common problems. But look at what they do. They wait till someone dies before. I'm sure that particular day, if I did pass on with my kids there, the very next day, they would affect it. Now, when everybody lost their life.
Fortunately for you, it would have been popular enough for all of us to be talking about you.
That's it.
And yes.
That's it.
So you can imagine if an unpopular person, and I hear at that stretch where Bonnie died, just recently an old woman died, and they had to scoop her up with
it had happened to a lot of people there. So because it is Ebony,
and just as the Rastas were doing the report, another car got an accident at that same spot. 2 people died.
Okay, what I'm saying is that you see, because it's Ebony, now we've heard of it. Absolutely. But apparently, when you heard the DC or the MC talking about it, he said a lot of people had died on that particular spot. It is a death trap. You see, me, what I'm professing is that now is that when you find a pothole in between the road, plant trees in it. Let's plant trees in those potholes, and let's see how we can walk on those streets. We are paying for road work.
Yeah.
We are paying for road work for the road to be more trouble for us.
Yeah.
What is happening? Government is not putting our money into good use. This is not politics. This is reality.
Of course.
This has got nothing to do with politics. This is reality. We pay for them. When you go to DVLA, some people, they will force you, whether you like it or not, to pay for it. If you don't pay for it, that policeman on the street will say you've been arrested. Then again, that money is not being put to that good use. So I lost my soul or my life before. Posterity, it will judge all of us.
All of us, definitely. You're still tuning into Love FM. It's Showbiz Extra. My name is Anita. Hakim is here. Portia is here. The Tardy Boy is here. And Amanziba just spoke. Very, very heartbreaking. I can feel the hurt and the... I can imagine if you're in a car with your kids and that happening to you. That must have been scary. We're talking about prophecies. Let's get to that again.
I need just 30 seconds on this very important issue.
You have 30 seconds then.
Taking dead pictures of the dead and putting it on social media. Now this has been something I have been personally, I just can't get it. It has, I don't know, this is supposed to be, I don't know if nurses have code of ethics, our health workers, they have code of ethics or code of conduct, because I have personally seen this.
Somebody taking a picture of a dead person?
Yes, Menchia Hospital. I will mention the name, the place, Menchia Hospital. And Metiano, just a Metiano pa. Besides the picture now, who taking it? Because Mamma we because at that time there was nobody there, so I had to help. But before we come here on the trolley,
did you make a report? Did you report this person?
No, I didn't report. I told them, are you okay? What are you taking pictures of that woman for? Who could this get done? She was taking pictures. They do that. It's absolutely unprofessional. Because me, as a person, I can't take my phone in there and take a picture. I can't do that. Some of the pictures that are leaking is from them. And I think people should be fired. You need to begin firing some people. People on duty should be fired because everybody, they totally disgrace the girl.
Yeah.
Totally disgrace.
Unfortunately, that's how some people are going to remember her by. We're talking about the prophecies. Let's visit it. And we'll play this tribute that's been sent in right now, for Rampon's tribute. But we have Prophet Nigel Gazy. You must have heard his prophecy. Yeah. He prophesied about the death of Ebony. And we have him on the line. Let's talk to him briefly, and then we'll get to it. But let's play back. If you have not heard of this prophecy, you have a listen to what he said.
Ebony, the Lord has opened my eyes. That singer called Ebony, she had a short life. I saw her having a fatal lorry accident. That singer called Ebony. We prophesy. We are the prophet of the nation. Hear me and hear me. This prophecy, if she does not change her way, it will come to pass. She will die like the way Susan Williams died. When you expose yourself, you give up for evil spirits who don't have the license come and infiltrate you. Hear me.
All right, so that's a little snippet of what we're all hearing, but we have the man of God on the line. Man of God, good afternoon.
Very well, good afternoon, madam.
I hope you're well. We know each other, but we'll talk about that soon. I know you from Tech Campus.
You know me from
Tech Campus.
Oh, okay, Tech Campus.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think we grew up together, but I think that's for another day.
Okay.
But are you real or are you a fake prophet? How would you term yourself, real or fake?
Oh, my evidence are that the Bible says that there are fruits you can tell. So I'm not to tell whether I'm fake or I'm not fake. That my evidence are there. My name is Prophet Nigel Daisy, the leader of True Word Prophetic Fire Ministry. We are all over in the nations of the world. So the evidence are there. My fruits, my evidence.
When did you make this prophecy, and how did it come about? How did you see it, and when exactly did you make this prophecy?
Okay, I didn't make the prophecy. The Lord through me spoke. Prophecies are not made by men. I preach in Accra on a station called Vision 1 FM every Friday morning, 4 to 5 a.m. So I was preaching live. Then the Lord opened my eyes, and I saw the late Susie Williams. So within the flash of the vision, then I saw Ebony. So the Lord told me that this lady called Ebony is going to die untimely, just as Susie Williams died. So as I was preaching, the Lord again told me that this is going to happen between the November 14, 27 November, in between that and 28 February 2018. He and Ketchi Kwame appear. So I preached, I kept preaching, finished my session. I went to the other second station. It came again, so I said it. So when I got to the office, Ketchi Kwame Appiah was already there, and I did a little direction the Lord instructed me to do for him. So one of the days, Black Rasta is my son, I suggested to him that I wanted to speak with Ebony. So we got in touch with the manager, and he said he's going to bring her. So tomorrow, so this unfortunate situation happened. She didn't come.
I see. How did they receive the news? Were they receptive towards it, or they just said, "Oh, man of God will come and see you," and that was it?
Of course, Ghanaians have bastardized prophets. Ghanaians have criminalized and bastardized men of God. So they take things lightly. But any serious person does not and must not take spiritual things lightly or unseriously. Whatsoever a man will become is as a result of what the Spirit allows. You can never become greater than what the Spirit allows. So it's just unfortunate.
What was she meant to do? Was she supposed to pray about it? Was she supposed to reach out to you?
It's not about me. Even if it's not me, she should get any serious man of God. But the Lord told me 3 things I should tell her. I'd monitor her about 1 or 2 things. And the Lord gave me 2 names. I saw 2 people who wanted to take her young life. So I even have it. I'm in my office now. It's my diary. But it's unfortunate, like I said.
We have heard about the things the Lord told you about lesbianism, about her auntie killing her. How true are those? You still stand by your words?
It's not my words, it's the words of the Spirit. But you see, for the respect I have for the dead, and I don't want insensitive to the family, I wish that we will not go deep to those things. It's unfortunate, it was preventable.
I respect that.
Yes,
I respect that.
Yeah.
And you said preventable. That means we all know this notion, it's been said, God reveals to redeem. Because that's what everybody is talking about. How does that happen? Some people, I tell them that they are jokers. The earlier you get real with God, the better for you. In life, it's either you are passive with the word of God or with God, or you are active. So if you are just passively, anything at all can hit you. I tell people if you are too casual about life, you become a casualty. So people should get serious, and they should not, joke with the word of God, tickle their fingers around the word of God. No, it doesn't happen like that. Ezekiel was a prophet. Ezekiel chapter 24, 15 to 18, he prophesied. The wife did not hearken to it. The next evening, the wife died. Ezekiel was not a minor prophet. He was a major prophet. The prophet went to Ezekiel, told him the Lord said you are about to die.
Ezekiel did not joke with it. Some of us who have been prophets, we don't joke with spiritual things. If I dream, it's a negative dream, I don't joke with it. If somebody gives me a prophecy which is negative, whether I believe it, I don't believe it, I don't joke with it. Because this seen world is ruled by the unseen.
Man of God, are you seeking attention? Because people are thinking with this voice that's coming up, now you're telling us, is you just an attention seeker?
That you played the voice, the sound. But a lot of stations have called me all over the world. I did not talk, and a lot of people, TV stations have come to my church. Even this morning after my all night, I did not talk. I'm a young man. I'm a serious man of God. I'm a leader of a serious church. So I'm not into that. I'm building a quality church. I'm not into that. I'm already on radio. I'm already on TV. It's the Lord that gives popularity. It's not. I'm not a mechanical man of God. I'm a spiritually led spirit. Yeah. So.
Prophet, before we let you go, and we really appreciate your time. We really appreciate the fact that you chose to speak to us. Sorry, I would like to ask you, how should people treat prophecies about their lives?
Like I said, the Bible says in Hosea 12 verse 13 that the Lord delivered the Israelites in Egypt by the hand of the prophet, and the sustenance of Israelites was by the hand of the prophet. Amos 3 verse 7 says that the Lord God will not do anything unless he has shown it to his prophet. The fivefold ministry, the prophetic office, is a serious office. We attack the devil directly. The other fold ministry, they work around the devil. So when a prophetic word is given in true trance, vision, or direct prophecy given you, don't joke with it. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, don't joke with it. Because prophets, we are insulators. We are vessels which the Lord uses us. And sometimes what we even say, we don't know what we are saying. The Bible says we prophesy in bits and we see in bits. So any serious person should not joke. You see, it's only Christians who joke with the prophecy. It's only Christians who joke with the word of God. The Bible says the testimony of Jesus is our word of prophecy. The other religions, Shinto, Africanism, Islam, when they get revelation, supernatural, mysterious revelation, they work on it instantaneously. But we run under grace, and because I have traveled to the nations of the world, Ghana has original, genuine prophet, fresh oil, but we don't place value, and we don't take our men of God serious. We kill and we kill our heroes with our mouth, because we can get access to Facebook, we destroy them. But Ghana has real prophets. When we meet other prophets of other nations, they testify that we are called of God, our oil is different. So that's what
Man of God, may God increase the oil upon your head. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And we've been speaking to Prophet Nigel Gazing. You must have heard his prophecy about Ebony Rain.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bless you, man of God.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So, okay. So that is it.
Okay.
Any take on what the prophet said?
Yes. Honestly, I admire him. He sounds genuine and all that. But then
he sounds
the thing
genuine.
is, he sounds not because he speaks English.
Because he speaks English.
No. It has nothing to do with him speaking English. There are men of God that you don't always feel drawn to. You don't always believe everything that some people that are more believable than others.
Yeah.
But then he does sound genuine. Anyway, that's just me. But the thing is, I think first of all, we've become sort of desensitized to that kind of prophecies. It's everywhere. Let's talk about Ghana. It's everywhere. And besides that, the thing is now we have, how they say one bad nut can ruin because of the men of God that we have, some of the men of God that we have these days that sort of attach money to either prophecies or to, if I wouldn't be surprised if probably Ebony or her team or whoever maybe had thought that maybe he wants, because I think it does happen. It does happen. So it's easy to just toss it this story away and say, okay, because I'm on top. When I was nobody came. When I was before I became famous, nobody came to tell me.
I wish I could have asked him, how does it feel now that it's happened? You know, how does he feel now that it's happened?
Yeah, you see, in Ephesians 6:12, it says, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against some principalities. These are the basic things that we human beings, we don't really want to believe in. Let me say this had happened to me before. About 3 years ago, I was just driving, then there was this car behind me, horning me, pay. I didn't even know the person who was it. Then I stopped. Then he stepped down. He was a man of God. I didn't know him anywhere. Then he says, this is, I didn't know you, but driving behind you, I saw this thing after your car, after you. This is going to happen.
Look, it happens.
You know?
From the church I come from, Action Chapel.
Yeah.
I understand prophecies. I understand when a prophet speaks upon your life. But there are people who are out there to also make money. You just have to be discerning. You just have to be discerning. I mean, I've met people walk by and tell me you're going to have kids when I have kids. Do you understand? You just have to be discerning. You should know your word. You should know the word in your heart.
Exactly. Me, I am the type, I don't believe in those things. But when the man said it, he said it will be between this very year and the 3 years ahead of you. I didn't take it serious. I started having these weird dreams. So I informed my pastor, apparently a friend pastor somewhere. Then he said we should pray. We did it, blah blah. But I didn't still take it serious until what the man of God said, it came to pass. Then I realized that no, this thing. I remember some 2-3 years ago. Someone told me this.
So it did happen. Was it a good one or was it a bad one?
No, it was bad.
It was a bad thing. Yes, some prophecies are always bad.
No, it was a bad thing. So later I went to the man of God and said, no, man of God, he said this thing is going to happen. But he didn't also give me the solutions to actually solve those things. He said, no, you do not have the eye of a dog to see those things.
Exactly.
He
said, I do not have the eye of a dog. And then the question I asked,
anyway,
what do you mean by I do not have the eye of a dog? He says, what dog sees you don't see it?
You're still tuning to Love.
You understand? So I kept quiet.
You must have heard Flo Kingston's tribute. Let's listen to Oforian Ponce's tribute. We'll talk some more.
And the beats. Babo uchimwadia o. Babo ni makwala ni makwenia o. Abo frawe siswa. Oh yeah. Wama michi ni sasa. Matia Semba, Amie, over it you. Minim said, we are to be more. Ahaba Munozu and to be you. Now I have him well. Oh, too soon, too soon.
Tuning to Love FM. It's Showbiz Extra. That song is so heartbreaking. That's Oforian Ponce's tribute to Ebony. Just a while ago, we received this voice from GH1, and that's Belamundi speaking with Ebony's sister. Let's have a listen. Okay, we're working on it, I think. All right, we're going to be talking. We'll get that voice very soon. My producer, DJ Ruben, is working on it, so we'll talk. So, you're still live on Love FM. Yeah.
Still on the issue of prophecy. I think, I still wonder why Ghanaians are too swift to debate some of these prophecies that come. I understand. We may be pardoned because of how some of these prophets carry themselves and probably the intended purpose behind some of these things, which we think is cheap. But hey, to me, why don't you react to them when it comes to
listen, people are as that's what I'm telling you. From where I'm coming from, I understand and I appreciate prophecy, but you just need to be discerning because people have been duped. People have lost their properties, they've lost their lives, people have lost their families because of prophets.
It's true. Not true about it, but
you just need to know where that is coming from,
blind. You know
and
what?
then work on it. Pray. Just know what is in your heart. What your God is telling you. Pray about it.
It's true.
Work on yourself. Don't depend on another man of God to save you.
It's true.
You save yourself.
So the key word is discerning. We should know. We should be able to understand and assimilate what it is so we make a right decision. But listen, we seem to jump on scientific beliefs. I remember there was this time they said some stone be from somewhere is coming. That time they tell you eclipse or whatever is coming, and we'll all be shaken. We believe in scientific stuff. But things which are spiritual as Christians, we just downplay them. And that's my issue. It happens to all of us. It comes, but we don't seem to place any value on them. They be a fake. Who knows? Who has the right to decipher who is? I don't have that eye.
No, but James,
nobody
does. Let's take a listen to the reaction from Ebony's sister.
A bit difficult, but we'll still speak to her. Happy. I know things are not easy. I know, but you need to take heart. Okay. What do you remember about your sister?
She was my friend. She was my friend. She was a sister I never had because we are only two. I've got another brother, myself, and her. So she was the one I could tell secrets to. She was just a human.
Yeah.
We couldn't take that away from her. Nothing could. You couldn't do anything to deepen her soul or anything. Like she was just a human.
When was the last time you spoke to her before you had that?
Last time I spoke to her was yesterday. She went to visit my mom, and then apparently we had an argument. So my mom was like, "Unia bano wa hone kasa." I'm saying, "Menene kasa ntino, opa on frame." And I'm okay say, "Oh, ka men feel. We had then call be frame." So that was the last thing. That was the last time we spoke.
Does it hurt that you didn't agree to speak to her at that point?
I saw her in my dream.
You did? What time?
This morning. She had a show. In the dream, she had a show, and I was right beside her. So right after the show, she was performing, and she saw me. I was in the crowd. And she saw me, and then she stopped performing. So everybody was looking at her, the direction she was looking while she stopped performing. So right after the show, she walked right up to me, and she was like, "Happy young coffee." I was like, "Oh, you might because you're having a show." But then she was saying it in so much joy. Young coffee. I was like, okay, the dressing which I'm in wasn't really cool, so would you want the kind? I mean, but if only I had known, I could have just said, "Oh, don't train me," you know. And it really pains because just maybe if I said, "Oh, train me," Kobe train me. But then because I told her to take the lead, she took the lead. But she was supposed to wait for me. She had to wait for me because she had to wait for me.
But I believe that God knows why He let this happen, and you have to remain strong, right? So at what point did you get the call that it had happened?
I got around 5:30. I had already received about 4 missed calls from my friends, but I was wondering why they could call me around that time. So around 6, that was when I received the last call. They were like, "Have you heard the news?" I was like, "News there," and they were like, "Oh, they see him in an accident." They didn't say we. They were like, "Oh, him in an accident." To me, I came to my dad. I came to knock. My dad was already awake. because I think he had already received so many calls. It was like a happy day now. So I was like, people have been calling me, saw him in an accident. They say we. So then my dad's friend from Bichim, where she had an accident, had come. I think called him. I was like, it is confirmed that Ohima is dead. And that there were about 4 people. I think she and her friend Frankie, a soldier and a driver. And it's interesting because it was actually her first time taking a ride to Sunyani. It's always a plane. She always goes with a plane, no matter the circumstance. She always goes with a plane. So it seems she knew she was going to die. She knew her because she did the unusuals. Because my mom is in Ghana. She'll be going back like 17th. Okay, so we knew that 14th February is my mom's birthday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as well.
And next week is her birthday.
Exactly, 2 days after is my Ohime's birthday. So we planned that my mom would come to Accra and then we'll have a nice party, probably outside the house or something. So we didn't know why all of a sudden she'd be like, she sent a message to my dad and she was like, damn, person because surprise over here, you know. And my dad was like, I said, Mommy, can birthday, but so you could come over. I'll be about 12. So she could come, then we celebrated. She was like, there been person surprise, you know. She was so insistent, said, I want to go and visit mom, you know. And she went. So she apparently I thought she took a plane and I be do KUMA, you know. But I learned on the car. She went by road. So it's all good. She had to go and she's left. So it's all good. Yes.
She's left a void. I hope that you can get over this someday.
I don't think I can never get over him. But it will be painful. I was walking by the road and be like, this is Ebony's sister. But the question is, where is the Ebony? You know, so I wouldn't say it's all good. But then doing no, yeah. So yes, she had to go and she's left. So for the weeping and the crying, obviously we will go through it. But then we will overcome it.
Certainly, and these are friends of her sister and Ebony as well, all here of course to support her and give her some strength. I can imagine how this is a difficult time for you all, but I hope that you can definitely take heart.
Said we are to be now
You're still tuning to Love FM. That heartbreaking account came to us courtesy GH1, and that was Belamonde interviewing Ebony's sister. You're still tuning to Love FM. I'm simply heartbroken. And the song you're listening to is a tribute from Ofoyan Ponsa, going out to Ebony. Oh boy. Our hearts are very heavy. It's a very heavy show for us. Not because, I'm short of words. It's as if she knew she was going.
As if. Yeah.
It was as if she was, because from account of the prophecies getting, and we're all wondering if it got to her.
It did.
Yesterday, through the debates that we were getting, did she ever hear them?
She did.
We now have WhatsApp messages that she indeed got wind of it. And I have seen a WhatsApp circulation, that she was actually asking the prophets of doom, how far now? So that means she was a little insensitive to what was happening. But as per the WhatsApps that we have received, it means she knew
I think she
what
did
happened,
know,
and she
but
was
then
doing
I think
something about
scared.
it.
She was scared, but then she was sort of trying to play
That video came. Maybe it was far before she became conscious of the prophecies. I don't know when that video was done, so I can't speak to it whether she was insensitive to the issues, because it could be that it came before she became conscious of them, because the messages we saw from their chat,
from the chats with the Ebony management,
exactly, where she was conscious. At the point they were even laughing at her because they felt the bad girl is Fiero and all that. So it got to her. She felt, indeed, she was actually very in certain danger. And they did, from what they were talking about, they did certain things. The directions they were given, I think they followed. Of course, they had to do some donations to a Teshi orphanage.
Yes.
They did a couple of them.
They said Kewa. We're trying to get Kewa. Kewa is on his phone, I think, probably on another interview. But we're going to be talking to Kewa
because to come to Kumasi, and you could see she had to cancel certain shows and everything between September and November. And she even insisted, even in December, I won't come. I remember there was just per the chat, there was this guy who was insistent, come. Oh, we've taken their money. And they said, we fund it. Even if it's in December, I won't. The guy said, we are not going by road. Though. She said, no. Even flight or whatever, it's in Kumasi and anything can happen. She said, that man's prophecies, dear Charlie, can't joke with it. Though. So it means she became conscious of them. She did what she was supposed to do. I still don't know. And I'm contemplating whether she was destined to die.
I don't think it's because she was destined to die. It's like with some of the prophet that we just listened to,
Nigel Gazy.
He said there was some, when God says do this, okay, maybe don't, okay, let me just say this. There were some certain things that he attached to the prophecy, certain things that probably she was not supposed to do.
She was supposed to do 3 things.
Things that she was supposed to do or not, or to stop doing, or do or stop doing. The thing is, you can't say, if God says this is what I want you to stop doing, it doesn't matter if you go and do something that's so probably even worth more than what God is telling you to do. If he says this is what I want you to do, he wants the obedience. He won't say, okay, she made the effort and then she did, this is what I want you to stop doing. And he knows why. We can't see in the spirit. He knows why he's saying that. So if the pastor is right, and if what he's saying is right, if what he's saying, God says he wanted her to stop doing or keep doing or whatever, if she did anything other than that, I mean, you've still let the way open for whatever.
You're listening to Showbiz Extra on Love FM. Hakeem, you've been quiet for a while.
Yes, it's been interesting. I mean,
but you'll be talking soon. Let Hakeem say what's on his mind, because you've got a serious look on your face, but you've been quiet for a while.
Unfortunately, Anita, I think I have to be very, very blunt. The thing is, forget these prophecies. You know, if you would die, there is no single human being that can prevent death.
Exactly.
You can't. We will all die. We've had, a lot of pastors. I've watched a lot of prophecies. A lot of them said she has a short life. No, we've had babies who were born today and they died today.
Yeah.
So Ebony is lucky. She's got how many years?
20. She's going to be 21.
No, but then she wasn't. He wasn't. No, Hakeem is saying. Hakeem is saying human beings cannot prevent, death. No. It wasn't about the human being. It's about the person, the God or the spirit or whatever behind the human. Yes, yes, it will happen. But then there is if a 100-year-old woman, 100-year-old dies. I mean, how
you talk. What shall I him like?
Okay, so this is what I think. You know what? If Ebony was going to die, you can bring all the prophets in the world. Bring them on a round table. Let them do whatever they have to do. Ebony will still go. And I'm sure a lot of prophets came up with so many prophecies, but at the end of the day, she died. You know, I just want to believe that her time was due. Ebony is not the only person who has died from an accident. You know, let's stop giving credit to a lot of people. Now, a lot of people are taking credit for her death. I said it first. I did it first. I prophesied first.
Nobody is taking credit for this. As
Anita,
per all the
go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and look at people. In fact, just Google and look at people who are claiming they prophesied. You understand? People are now taking the role of God. Ebony can kill me. God can kill me right here, right now, without any intervention. I mean, death is inevitable. Everyone will die.
Everyone will die, but then there's
a
time.
That, you see. Okay,
it doesn't have to be when you're 20.
The prophet was telling us, okay, she was doing this, she was doing that, she was supposed to stop something, whatever it was. Okay, I'm not going to say it. And she didn't listen, and as a result, she died. I'm saying that there are people, prophecies like predicting what is going to happen in the future. And I'm saying there are people, go to mybet.com. People predict 10 matches before the matches are played. They get it right. It doesn't make them prophets. It's true, you can predict something and it happens. You get me? You can predict something and it happens. I've known people, somebody who has predicted 24 matches before they were played. He got everything right. Does that make him a prophet? No. I'm saying let's stop giving credit to people who don't deserve it. I believe God can kill you if he wants to. If it's your time, it's your time. You're gone.
Thank you.
For me, I don't believe any prophet did what.
We'll be activating the phone lines for you to tell us what you think about the prophecies that's been circulating, and what do you think of this whole Ebony Rain's death? What do you think about it, and what you want to add to our show? Please get close to your lines. Yeah, Amanziba.
Let me give you a little chronology on this whole thing. When did Osama bomb the? In which year is that?
May 11th.
2001. Remember big pastors like TDJX?
September 11th, okay.
Yeah, TDJX, and quite a couple of them have forgotten the name. They predicted that some big American acts are going to die. Specifically, some of them called R. Kelly. He says, look.
R. Kelly?
Yeah, you don't have to fly. Kells never flew for like a whole 6 years. He never sat in plane. Even shows within American enclave, he has to fly. He never fly. Death are preventable.
How?
Oh, when you're talking, I kept quiet and listen to you.
No,
when you're talking, I kept quiet and listen to you. I agreed. Some are preventable. Agreed. Some are preventable. You see, with Ebony's death, right? It's a combination, a factor of like 3 or 4 things. 1, bad management is a factor. 2,
bad management.
It's a factor.
What did the management do wrong?
You see, okay, let me tell you something. It gets to a point. Management says you don't do this. It's management decision. You either go according to or either opt out. You understand it? That is management decision. Because if I look at an artist like R. Kelly or Kells, then he says he's not going to fly for like 6-7 whole year. The last time R. Kelly sat in plane or came to sat in a plane was in South Africa 2010. You understand it? It is also part of the procedure stuff.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what do you think in this case, in Ebony's case? What do you think the management did wrong? I'm going to see my mom.
No, listen.
I'm coming back, so we'll go to Europe for a European tour on Saturday.
Let me tell you something. I said,
at least you have to give me something I can hold on to. My personal life.
I'm coming. Listen.
And my mom is my personal life. And I hear the mom has been in Ghana for a while.
You have your
she hadn't gone to see her mom, so she went to see her mother.
You have a personal life.
How can you prevent that?
You have a personal life to live, but don't also forget that someone had invested in that product to now.
So when I'm going to see my mother, you're talking about investment?
No. What we could do is that, you see, those things, you see, management decision. When we say at this material time, we have a show, a European tour to go, you don't have to sit in plane, you don't have to travel, you don't have to do anything for the next 2 weeks. It's about rehearsals home. Then again, I said bad management is part. Bad roads are also a factor. Again, broken home. It's also another major
broken
factor.
home.
Yeah.
Now we're coming to broken home.
Yes. Yes, Ekuya, let me tell you something. If Ebony, mom and the father lives together, let me tell you something. If Ebony and the father and the mom lives together, presumably when the mom came, she would have stopped in Accra.
She wouldn't have allowed Ebony to be an artist and do what she was
doing. She wouldn't, or either she might not even allow Ebony to be an artist. You understand it?
Her from being an
good.
Artist.
And thereby, Ebony would never have any business doing in Sunyani.
She wouldn't have even been an Ebony.
I'm coming. Ebony might not have.
What if they had never met? Let me finish. I mean, you're talking about probabilities.
Listen, she might not have any business to do in Sunyani, right? To meet her untimely death. She might stay in Accra.
Now you're talking about what ifs. Now it's happened. The family are not together.
Hakim,
what ifs?
Ekuya, that is why I said that these are factors. I'm not pinpointing to just one factor. I said bad management is a factor.
I'm just disappointed a little bit that you brought broken home into this.
It's a fact.
That the broken home is part of it.
That's a fact.
No.
Ekuya, you know why? No, Hakim, let me finish. You know why I'm saying so?
Yeah.
I had this friend in early, somewhere around 95, 96 thereabout. He had, like, the mother and the father are no longer living. This gentleman says that he was going to see the father. Apparently, he wasn't going to see the father. He went somewhere else. Then they said there's a police swoop somewhere. Then the mother was just sitting behind TV. Then she saw the son on TV being swooped by police.
I understand what you're saying.
Do you understand it? This is a case study.
We're talking about Ebony Rain.
Exactly. Ebony, if they were still there, this thing would have been prevented.
How would you know if they were still together? They would have been living in Sunyani.
That's
about what if.
That's also a different factor.
That's what I'm saying.
That's also a different factor altogether.
And Ebony Rain will be in Accra.
That is the more reason. That is the more reason why I'm not pinpointing to just one factor alone. I said these are factors. These are factors that contributed to her death, which I believe that it could be
preventable.
That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, I'm very surprised. Amanziba is bringing, broken home. You know, your parents can be together. You know, we have a lot of kids whose parents are together and they are still dead. You understand? But you see, you need to accept the fact that I guess
Hakim is still standing by his point that death is death.
I'm saying that
everybody has got a date. It will come. I have mine. You have yours.
I have read.
It will come to pass.
I have read.
It can be preserved.
I have read. Is it what's his name? The nation's prophet. What's his name? Osubempa. I have read the chronology of events. The one time she disobeyed, according to him, the one time she didn't. There are times he gives her his car to travel with. The one time she didn't tell him she was traveling, that was when she died.
So do you believe in that?
No, I'm saying that. Listen,
because you're now. If you
need your goal on that tangent,
if you're going on that tangent, then you're disputing your own facts.
Anita, I'm saying.
You see, Kewa, if you have seen the WhatsApp chat, I heard Kewa was doing something about it. Let's talk to Kewa and ask him what he was doing about it. Kewa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope it's very sad that we have to speak, in this circumstance. I hope next time we'll speak on another circumstance, but my heart and my prayers are with all of you. I know it's a very difficult situation and a very difficult moment for all of you, but how are you guys taking this?
Well, these are very difficult moments for us, as you rightly said, and the fact that we just knew it, and unfortunately happened when we couldn't do anything about it, though we tried. I heard you saying Kewa had to do something about it. I don't have the power, I don't have the might, the strength to do anything about it. We are only we've only been giving, and not only me, everybody who is a prayerful person can pray about everything once you believe, and it will happen.
Yeah.
And so when I hear Kewa is doing something about it, it sounds like Kewa is like the man, he's a guy who's doing the thing, and he's like a magician, or he's like, no. I saw that in my dream, and I said, if she can also pray about it, if her management team can pray about it, get a man of God who is anointed to help you in prayer. Once we are and whilst we are all praying about it, okay. And so that is where it stands. We all try to pray about it. I didn't see this just once. I saw even.
What exactly
on Sunday,
did you see? What exactly did you see?
Do you dream?
I do.
Do you see stuff in your dream which sometimes come to pass?
Yes, indeed.
Good. All right. So I saw this in my dream, and in my dream I saw an accident, and I saw Ebony involved, and I saw the whole of Ghana was in chaos. We're all very sad because of Ebony. And so when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I did was I called Bullet, because Bullet is pretty close to me. I called him and I said, I saw this about Ebony. The reason why he took me serious is that even before Ebony released a hit, I personally told Bullet about the hits she'll be releasing. And even the times, and I remember I mentioned 5 solid hits. Every song she'll bring out will make sense. And so they agreed and understood me. I even said that Ebony will be an artist of the year, even when she didn't have a hit out. Okay? And so the Bullet, then Ebony also confirmed it by saying that she will not say, and I'm saying, so I said, the only way we can deal with this is not by going to do any direction or whatever. Let us resort to the thing we are confident with. That's prayer. You understand? The Bible says pray without ceasing. By prayer, you can avert these demonic attacks. And so let's pray about it. And so we all prayed about it. And we from August, September, even September, we really prayed about this. Around the same time, sometimes they even have shows and we have to deliberate whether you have to go. Because I saw the thing on the Kumasi Road. In my dream, I saw that it was on the Kumasi Road. And so I kept on saying that, listen, if this show would not really benefit you, if they are going for any show, if this one would going to really benefit you, let's stay away. Let's not go. And let's keep on praying. When I came, I traveled. When I came back on Sunday, I called Ebony again. And I said that the same thing I saw, I see the same thing still around. And so she shouldn't stop praying, because the Bible says pray without ceasing. It means that even when the thing has, you think that you have dealt with it, to sustain the thing is by prayer. And so if we may have to see a man of God, if we may have to see anybody, let's just keep on praying about it so this thing is totally averted. You know, and when I said that, she said, okay, meba, in tree. You understand? And that's, if she had told me that, listen, I'm traveling, and I would have told her, listen, you may have to go with a flight, or better still, cancel the
Kewa, had she heard about the other prophets, the other ones that we are all hearing about, from Prophet Nigel Gazy and the others? Did she also hear?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure she had. Ebony was pretty close to me. They released a gospel song recently. I actually told them to release that song and the time to release that song. They also released when the matter was out that Ebony is dressing some way, blah blah blah. I influenced the release of Mamisha, even by the way she would dress, and all these things were things. Every time I talk to Bullet, and listen, because perhaps the fact that when I said she'll get hit from the time I spoke with her to now, and the fact that I was very confident that she'll be the artist of the year. Okay, so I'm not too sure whether the other prophets, she heard what the other prophets said. Perhaps they contacted her, they did their best to contact her, and maybe they didn't get through to her, sorry.
Have you spoken to Bullet? How is he taking this?
It's not easy. I've been trying to. When it happened, I tried to reach Bullet. It took a while, but when I got through, the first thing he said is, "Kewa, asemwa waka and abemuyo." You know, and he said that not only me said it, but even his pastor, Ebony's pastor, also said the same thing.
I am short of words. It's very heartbreaking. It's a very heartbreaking situation.
But I want to make this clear. It's heartbreaking. We are all. But the blame game is unfortunately too much. Somebody's blaming whether everybody didn't take it serious. Somebody's also saying that Kewa said he was doing something about it. He has not done it. He couldn't do anything about it. Blah. Bible says that God reveals to redeem. When God reveals, He redeems. The same God. It's not man. And so for us, we only have to pray about it. And I've heard a lot of people bashing, criticizing, speaking against people and all that. But the point is that until it happens to you, you don't know how it is. And so those people speaking ill things, criticizing, insulting, and stuff like that, it's unfortunate.
All right, Kewa, I have a friend here who wants to ask you a question.
Kewa.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, boss, my condolences. I respect you for what you did. I mean, what you did was so awesome. I think you've played your part. I'm not sure anybody is going to blame you. You've done your part. But I want to ask this. We are all wondering. I mean, we are all contemplating.
Can you please speak up a little bit?
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that big ups for what you did. I mean, you did a good job. But we are all contemplating. With all these you guys saw and what you did, can we have a belief that she was destined to die? Does it come to mind that, Charlie, we did a bit to me?
But Bible says that the last enemy that will be destroyed is death. So death is an enemy of God. You understand? And so you cannot say that she's a young girl. Ebony is, she was just going to 21. It is not her time to die. So it is not, she's not destined to die at this time. It's not good. You know, so it's an attack. And yes, but she is not destined to die at this time. If you read the Bible a lot, it is when it is your time to die, you would know it. You understand?
Okay. I think we're all, you know, lost for words. It's shocking. It's painful.
It's really painful.
It's very painful. That's what I keep telling everybody, that assembly to miss show.
Yeah.
And that's what this is doing to all of us. There's some death that is sad.
Yeah.
This one is very painful.
ANITA Misha,
This one is pained me. I love Ebony. It's pained me.
Yeah.
So we are all mourning with you guys, and we're praying that, you know, God is a comforter. He comforts all of us. You know, that we're able to, you know, live through losing Ebony.
Kewa.
Because it's very painful.
Kewa, maybe you should make some prophecy about me. My name is Hakim.
We'll call you later.
We'll do some prophecies.
Kewa, really appreciate your time. We'll be talking soon.
I appreciate you.
We'll be talking soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for speaking with us. And that's Kewa. Kewa is an engineer. Kewa is very close to Ebony's management, and I think all has been said and done.
But ANITA,
all has been said and done. My sister said it. Kewa has said it. Everybody seemed to have been saying it. Unfortunately, what she was not supposed to do, she did.
That's the point.
So it was preventable. It was preventable that it was.
Give us a call if you're listening. Give us a call.
It could have been prevented. Buttresses that fact.
ANITA,
we all have an appointed time.
I would want to say this. You know, Kewa was saying he didn't think she's a young girl. She didn't deserve to die. But I also want to say even babies die. You know, we have babies who are born today and then they die.
Let's take some calls, guys. Hi, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Abdul Gafar.
Hi, Abdul. So sorry, we lost Abdul. I think all the lines dropped. Give us a call, Abdul, if you can. 0322083596. That's 0322083596. Fallout of what happened. We're talking about prophecies and what happened in Ebony's case. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, what's your name, my dear?
Sherry Daniel.
Hi, Sherry. How are you?
We are managing.
All right. What do you have to say about the whole situation?
It's so sad that Ebony is gone. But listening to Kewa, you know, he says everybody has that kind of dream. And Anita, you attested to it. And I can also attest to it. So, you are saying that it's not her time. We couldn't control it because God reveals. And he does not redeem. He says it. And it happens. Who are you to say that you are what God says it's not going to happen? It's going to happen. I remember she was interviewed some time ago. They asked her, some local station Bisa, they asked her, I don't know you'll be anthem. She said, me nim da me fimu. And Kewa said something again. It's so. And to say something, I had an uncle who was a soldier. He went to Liberia, fought, he came back and went to Rwanda, fought and came back. He came back on a Thursday. Friday he was in the house. And a friend came and took him out. And that was all. So that is how God works. The time for those who are stars, it's short. Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, a lot of them.
Even you come to Ghana, you saw the Williams, come also answer. Chaka, you know.
Yes.
We have lots of names.
Yeah. Yesterday I stood in her house, I was shouting. Ghanaians here kasa too much. Obia peso kabi. Eba yesi obia peso kase. Me na mi hu ni say, me na mi ye ni say. Mo odresi a mo ka enye wasesa. Wasan so sesa mo say enye. On enti wanya den. Sasa abo sesi aye nyina ahwe adem.
Thank you, Sherry Daniels. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hi, Alaji.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, Anita.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
What do you want to add to our conversation?
You see, Anita, in this world, it's a round thing. It goes and it comes back. You see, nobody, apart from the Almighty Allah, who knows when and how we shall all leave this world. So nobody can tell me that he has prophesied that this girl, this, that. It's God who has given her 20 years plus that she will live in this world. It's unfortunate that she died tragically. The accident, nobody wants to die through an accident. It hurts when you heard of an accident, people dying. You see, because it is star. That is why people are saying that. People are saying family problems, this, the managerial problems. This. It is her time that God has given her that she will live in this world for 20 plus years. No more, no less. We all have the years that God has given us to live in this world. So if someone dies today, it is his or her time that God has given him or her to live in the world.
Thank you, Alaji. All right, Hakeem.
Of Ebony.
Thank you, Alaji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Heated debate about if it was repentable or not. Please turn your volume down a bit for me. Just a bit.
Annie, good evening.
Hi. Hey, Kalusha, what's up?
Annie, two things.
All right.
Just
you want to wade into a debate? It's taken. Was it preventable? Was it unpreventable? That's what I think it's taken now. Prophecies that came up, fallout. What are you thinking about the situation?
I mean, the prophecy, those who have been prophesied will even die. And they themselves doesn't know what will kill them, when and where. I mean, death is inevitable. Everyone is destined to die 20 plus. And I tell you what, nobody can add even a second to it. God works in his own way. That makes him the omnipotent, the source, the almighty. And if he did all this prophecy I dream about this, it's not there here nor there. It is her time, and ours will come. Come on. Prophet who? Our prophet died. Jesus Christ died.
Thank
you. Muhammad when he died. And definitely will go one after the other. And nobody can prophesy, and nobody can even prevent her death. That person even doesn't know when and where that person is going to die. Good evening, Annie.
Good evening, Talusha. Thank you. All right, good afternoon. Can you turn your volume down? Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Please, I'm Abdul.
Hi, Abdul. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. You want to add your thoughts to the conversation?
About the prophecy, that one is not something that we should just put our minds on it. Because any place that you die, there is nothing that you can do. But it's just unfortunately that she died at that age. So let's just pray for her. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Hi, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Nuruddin Hakim.
Hi, Nuruddin. Thank you very much for your time. What would you want to add to the conversation?
All right. There is a point in the Holy Bible that I want you to take note of. You know, the decision of Allah, nobody can change it. There is a verse in the Holy Bible, that is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 39. God says, I am God. I give life to human being. I take life from human being. I damage and I heal. Have you got my point? So what God has decided, nobody can change it. That is the difference between we human beings and God the Almighty. So your destiny, nobody can change it. So if you have been destined to die tonight, that is the decision of Lord. Nobody can change it. So whatever the prophets or whatever they call themselves are saying, what I base is the word of God. And I really know that the destiny of Ebony is to die last night. Maybe yours is tonight. So what you have to do is that submit yourself to him. You see, submit yourself to God, because nobody knows when and where he will die. We don't have to listen to them. Let's pray to Allah the Almighty. Let's pray to God. My salam goes to Hakim.
All right, thank you so much. We're having such a heated debate. I'll take one final caller. Hi, Anita. Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Oh, Anita.
Good afternoon.
Anita, I'm this
Hello. Okay, you guys, we're on air. I'm going to be reading some of your messages out. Okay, the lines. Okay, let me read some of your messages out. Pato, I had your message earlier. Not that we don't take prophecy serious, but see what fake prophets are doing. I'm really sad. Though I've lost both my parents, for Ebony's death, I'm shocked. Martin King said, very sad. Osaya Sibe said, you these so-called prophets. Okay, I'm not going to finish that. I'm sorry. And I have this one from Tilly Nana Ekia Debra saying hello from Washington. Thank you so much, Tilly. Hi, I hope you're good. Olanyo Akotia said, until we begin to demand answers from office holders who fail to execute their duties, we shall continue to kill ourselves on our road through indisciplined driving. What about the contractor who leaves heaps of sand without a warning sign to the road users? That's very sad. The same road, we've lost about 3 medical doctors. In fact, something must change. Rest well, dear Ebony. It's very, very painful exit. Oh, my sister is listening. Hi, Mamea. I hope you're good. Well, Priscilla Dufie too is also watching. Thank you so much. I love this show. I'm locked down. Martin, thank you. Bright Malfo said, I'm short for words. Very heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking. Abugi Benjamin said, the man who is wearing the hats making point clearly. The broken home and the divorce. Talking about the broken home. I mean, okay. We're going to be talking about the VGMAs, fallout with the VGMAs soon. We're going to be closing this conversation. Let's close it, guys. Hakeem, final thoughts.
Unfortunately, Alaji came to the studio.
I thought Alaji was going to say something about
he just came to support me. The point I was making.
So does that mean that Alaji coming to support you makes it in total? What you are saying makes
most of the callers attest the fact that
a lot of callers really supported what you were saying.
As much as it's painful that you go,
it was a time. It was a time to die. I'm saying that nobody. Anita.
Have you watched Destination, the movie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We have appointed times you will die.
Final Destination. That's the movie. Even if you execute, it will find you.
Anita, fantastic. Alaji.
I don't know what circumstances led to his death. But
Alaji,
you want to pick a mic? Alaji, you want to pick a mic?
But there should be a conduit.
Alaji, you want to pick a mic?
Alaji, me person family never into me person ma Hakim did this.
No poisons.
No. God hasn't destined that you are the conduit.
So, but something telling me I should give Hakim.
Are we having this conversation?
No, God is telling me now,
Anita.
God is telling me I have to give Hakim some poison to drink now.
Okay, guys.
Anita.
Alaji, I would suggest you pick a mic if you don't mind. If you can just kindly pick a mic for me, I'll be very happy. Thank you so much, and please make your point.
Anita, what I'm saying is that
can we have some
there's something we call destiny. Mm-hmm. And Bob Marley said that one bright morning when my work is over, I'll fly away home. Bob Marley died at 36. Was he destined to die at 36? Somebody proved that to me.
Was it in the morning?
You understand?
Was it in the morning?
But whatever it is, his work was done.
Alaji, let me also tell you. Alaji, let me also.
His work was done, and he flew away.
Alaji, let me really come in here.
He may not have died in the morning, but what time did they send his corpse?
Alaji, let me say this. The late Tupac Amaru Shakur and B.I.G. they also passed on. They were not supposed to die at that much time. But it
who told you? Who told you?
When they moved.
Who told you?
That's a conversation.
It has to do with destiny. This young lady had finished her work. Why this?
I also feel Hakim has finished his work, so I have to give him the blame. No. I'm not destined to kill you. But God may have. But I feel you have done your work. So I have to give you the.
Ebony, every Friday, but every Friday, Mama would every Friday,
You're still tuning into Love 99.5 Showbiz Extra. Thank you so much for watching. If you're doing that on Facebook Live, and there was some heated argument, we'd like to put a cap on that for now. We'll talk about that some other time. But last Friday, that was yesterday. I think we had the official launching of the VGMA. It was a press conference The launching is ahead. We'll find out some more from Nee. We have Nee on the line. Let's talk to Nee about VGMAs. Hi, Nee.
Hi, Nisha.
It's been so long. I hope you're good.
God is good to me.
Yeah.
I hope you're good too.
And our condolences to each other. We lost a gem, Ebony. How are you receiving the news as VGMA board, as Charterhouse, as yourself?
Personally, I mean, it came as a surprise, because nobody's expecting this. I mean, obviously, as a board, we haven't met since this news broke, so I wouldn't be able to speak. But obviously, at Charterhouse, it's also heartbreaking, but in all things, we just have to give thanks to the Lord.
In everything, we have to give thanks.
Yeah.
But how did the press conference go yesterday? What was it about, and what was the fallout?
Okay, the press conference, it went well. We were speaking about VGMA and putting out the calendar for the year. Basically, this year, we will have the official nominees pack, which happens to be more or less like the official launch of the VGMA. It will happen on the 2nd of March. That is when we'll be releasing the nominations as well. And after that, we will have the nominees jam or nominees party, as we put it. That will happen in Cape Coast on the 24th of March. And then on the 12th of April, we would have the music seminar. And then on the 14th of April, we would have the main event itself at the International Conference Center. And then on the 28th of April, we'll have the celebration party that will take place in Tema. Yeah. So this is the calendar for the year that we put out.
I can see nothing is going to happen in Kumasi this year. Or is that my mistake?
Yeah. No, that's not a mistake.
Nothing is happening in Kumasi. And you know how heartbroken I am because nothing is going to happen in my city. But that's unfortunate. So now you can't pick any forms? You can't submit your work? It's closed?
The works submission for works have closed. The only submissions that is going to be open now from Monday has to do with the Song of the Year. And those are a few changes that also took place or has taken place. Previously, the board submit the name of the names or titles of songs for the Song of the Year category, and then it's voted 100% via public. But this time around, the public gets to nominate the songs that they want to see in the Song of the Year category. And then the voting is applied just like applies to all other categories that are public categories. That will have a 40% public vote, 30% academy vote, and 30% board vote.
Oh, wow. So Ghanaians are going to be nominating the Song of the Year. How is that process going to be? How do I nominate the songs I like?
Yes, we'll start advertising from Monday. The short code would open it up for 2 weeks. We'll advertise the short code through which you can send your nomination of the song that you want to see in the Song of the Year category.
Okay, that's not bad. That's super exciting. Let's talk about the Shatawale situation. 3 years ban, has it been lifted now? Is it over, or can he submit has he submitted his work yet?
Last year he has submitted his work, and once he submitted his work, just like anybody else who submits it, is forwarded to the VGMA board, and the VGMA board will look at all submissions that will have come in, and then they would work accordingly.
All right, so it's been lifted. It's been lifted. That's exciting, and we are excited.
It's not that a ban was placed on him. There was a particular year where the board agreed not to consider his work. But, for example, last year, he didn't submit any work. And so there was nothing to consider. This year he submitted. And so once he submitted, the board will look at it.
So how come we know there was a 3-year ban on him? That means there was nothing like that.
If you listen to the decision of the board at that time, they said that year under review they were not going to consider his work. And that year under review, they didn't consider his work.
Oh, that's clarity. Thanks for the clarification, though. And we're all excited about VGMAs for this year. We can't wait to see fallouts. And I know we'll be talking a lot, so thank you very much. Somebody has a question for you, Nate, if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem.
Right.
Okay, me. There was this incident in the last edition, which a lot of Ghanaians bemoaned. It was about a certain musician who had 2 strong songs which cut for the song of the year. And it happened that one was sidelined. What is the modalities this time? If you have 2 songs from one particular artist which cut for that category, what happens?
I don't know what you mean by one was sidelined. The VGMAs have always worked with the best foot forward, so there's always one song in any category. You get me? So that has been the workings of the VGMA from day one, and I don't think nothing has changed.
All right. I think he was talking basically about Bisake Day with Brother and Mansa. I think only one was picked. Only one was picked for Song of the Year. But we'll be talking some more, Nee. Let's call it a day. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
We'll talk some more as and when we have something coming on board. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Same to you too.
All right, so we have about 10 minutes and then we'll call it a day. VGMAs, any thoughts, anything you want to say about VGMAs this year? Are you excited about nominations for Song of the Year?
Yeah, I am. Someone like Shatta Wale being in now. Yes, I feel things will really come down a little bit for our industry. It is pretty much good to hear that Shatta Wale, there wasn't anything like a ban on Shatta Wale, but it was particularly...
It was a year under review, but last year he didn't submit anything.
Last year he didn't do that. That is good for that clarification. But again, I'm also looking at it that when he did made mention of the Song of the Year being voted by the general public.
Yeah, you text in the Song of the Year.
Is it again? We've had some years that some songs in the past which qualifies for that particular category, which based on some of those things, actually that song, the artists involved in winning, like Kwabra and Asem. You understand it? Bye bye. It was the most popular song, but under that particular year, the same thing happened. They didn't win it.
It's popularity contest.
It was a popularity contest. You texting.
So let's take it. Let's presume that Patapa is one corner, right?
If people texting, he will win.
As against, let me say, Angela.
If people texting, he will win. That's how it works. If people text in, he will win.
Let me reserve my comment.
If I probably cough right now and people text in, I will win.
Let me reserve my comment for now.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Anyway, I was excited about the VGMAs up until Ebony's passing, because I was certain that she was a shoo-in for the Artiste of the Year. To be the first female to win.
As per the conference yesterday, I hear they submitted her work.
Yes, but then the thing is, and
despite the fact that she is no more, she would still be in contention.
Yes, I know that, but then the thing is, even if she does win it posthumously, it's for me, it's still not the same, because I was looking forward to the excitement, on her face when she gets it. Yes, it will be good for her family and for her management and all that, but then. Yes, I mean, it's obviously we can't.
There's nothing we
can do. But then I'm just hoping that if she does win it, it won't be because out of sympathy, or because.
Don't you think she's going to be getting lots of sympathy votes right now?
I'm hoping that she might. But then I'm hoping that this isn't because this isn't out of sympathy. I'm hoping that's just.
You think she would win because her work is genuinely
I think she would. Yes, because before this happened, she was still popular. Not just because people were talking about her, but because her music was popular. As 2017 was her year, so I don't think if she does win
to play. Okay, I think it's a little explicit. Fallout of what happened on Ghana Connect yesterday. Shatta Wale brought out, people are pitching him against Ebony, and Brother was not happy.
Oh yes, we thought he was going to be silent, but then
he actually showing some love.
Brother was not happy about it. Hakeem, are you excited about VGMAs this year?
VGMA has always been. I'm just hoping this year will be different with the controversies. I mean, he's always been controversial.
Don't you think VGMA thrives on controversy? If there's no controversy, VGMA is kind of like,
I mean, the right person,
when Shatawale
so you told me the right person,
it was quite
the right person. If the right person doesn't win, so I mean, we should keep. We should be happy about it. We can't be happy about this. We can't be happy.
So we entreat you, if you submit your work, get your fans together, do the work, and let people vote for you.
I'm saying that.
You can't sit there and assume people will vote.
I'm saying, for instance, the daylight robbery on Bisaki Day. I mean, we can't be happy about some of these things. You understand? And clearly, when Bisaki Day was here, when you asked him, clearly, he was being a bit, political. He was being a bit reserved. But clearly, you can see, man was really hurt. We don't want to see some of these things, and sometimes the categorization is a problem. But this year, trust me. I'm saying this, it's too early, but Ebony will sweep the whole awards. It's going to be an Ebony VGMA.
But it won't be because she's passed.
It will play a big factor.
It won't, but it will be a big. Because before she died, even before she died, people were still talking about.
I think even a couple of artists. Even when you listen to Stone's song. Stone predicted that she was going to be winning Artist of the Year.
The fact that Stone has done that
doesn't mean she was going to win.
I mean, people. I'm not saying it's because Stone predicted it. It's something that everybody is saying right now. When you look at the words, when you look at her words,
that's where my problem is.
She's in contention. I'm not saying she's going to win, but she's in contention for it.
James, I'm coming. If another artist had done this song, and said this, Stone will be up in arms in that person.
Okay. Ani,
that's the truth. Now you're attacking Stone.
No, I'm not. But I'm only facing reality.
You're facing reality. What is Stone saying? Do you want us to listen to the song again?
No, I have listened to it.
You have listened to the song. What did really Stone say? Stone said.
What I'm saying is that if Stone has a song to compete for that particular category, and a different artist says this.
So he doesn't. And what he's saying is that the girl looks, favorite for that category.
Okay.
Yeah, Hakeem, you can land. We have just a few minutes and then we'll call it.
So like I said, yes, Ebony has done a great job.
We need to get to Joy.
No doubt about that. She was definitely in contention, but you and I know, I mean, you can't.
So you are predicting an Ebony VGMA. Thank you.
You know what? I am not excited about VGMAs because I mean, credibility,
it's always been a problem.
In general has always come under bashing. Yeah. And since its inception in 2000, I'm asking myself, what are we?
We have some controversy.
We need to have credible winners. We need to have credible winners. No. It's only VGMA that's every year.
The expensive controversies, I want them to rather focus on, not the cheap ones, which we feel do not help.
No, it's all part of it.
I'm telling you this for a fact. You see, I think we should, the organizers, Charterhouse should be bothered because we have a certain xylophone which is in the system. A time will come, they may give them serious competition with their own music awards, and I won't be surprised. Listen, because see,
is there something that you're seeing? You're seeing
I'm really
a counter award scheme.
Because see, we know the truth. I mean, Hakeem said it all. I am feeling that they do a serious
for ages. Let them also come and let's see what they can.
Absolutely, we need that.
Are we making?
It's good.
Men sounded that everything is okay with this.
No. The fact that okay. The fact that
one person has to learn.
Competition is good.
Yeah.
So let them come in and let's see
if they do. But your issue is you're hoping and praying that this year it gets better with organization, with nomination,
and
with everything.
No, what's it?
And you're hoping for a controversy-free VGMA.
That's what I'm hoping.
You want an expensive controversy?
It should be expensive. I don't like controversy-free VGMAs.
No, this is an expensive one.
Not too cheap.
An expensive controversy. I am looking forward to because last year there was no controversy. It was dry. It was not exciting for me. I
I'm not saying it should be devoid of course, entertainment is about controversies. We need that, but it should be expensive.
Expensive controversy.
You get it? Oh, you're too cheap. I mean,
so let me go around with what song would you be nominating for Song of the Year, Hakeem? Song of the Year. You have the chance to nominate a song for Song of the Year.
Song of the Year. I think I will do that next week. It's difficult. Yeah, next week.
Good. Portia.
Song of the Year, I'd say Mamishe.
Mamishe, thank you.
There's this particular song from Shatta Wale. I've forgotten the title, but I'll go for that particular song.
For my song.
How can you forget Song of the Year? That's Ayo from Shawa. Yes, that particular song qualifies to be the Song of the Year.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Amanziba. Thank you, the Taddy boy.
Let me just say this.
We have to get to
I
joy.
agree with it. Just a second. We have to start planting trees on our streets. When there's a pothole, we have to plant trees
inside.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a campaign.
Oh yeah, of course.
When you see
if I had to go naked in
when you see a manhole in the street, plant a tree in it. Thank you so much, Amanziba. Thank you, Taddy boy. Thanks, Portia. Thank you so much, Hakeem. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks to our Facebook friends, those who watched around the world. Really appreciate you. We're back next week for Showbiz Extra. Thanks to DJ Ruben, my producer, always making me shine. I like shining because you're always behind me. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening. We're back next week.